right there, they were like, what? I'm like, so you're actually only paying $12 a month. So I mean, you can do that. You don't have to, but you're paying $12 a month. Do that times 24, and you're paying that much out of a total of $650. But if you only do that for a year, do 12 times 12. That's only $144 on your phone. So you pay $12, but you get credit. You pay $15, but you get credit for 27.
Yeah. So you're positioning the accessories almost like they're getting it for free.
Yes.
Over time.
No, yeah, pretty much like they're getting it for free because they're coming in. This money's gone in their head. When they walk in and they think $200, the money's gone. It's kind of like budgeting wise. They walk in, they're like, okay, I'm spending $200 today. I got money in my pocket. This is how much I'm paying. So then it's already gone. So you keep them at that level. Once you say, yeah, you can get this phone for $50, but you can also get the JBL and stuff all the way to $200. They're not intrigued on the $50. Oh, I only have to pay $50. I don't need that stuff.
Okay, so you just pretty much say, yeah, I can this, and this.
Just keep them in the mindset of $200, and just keep them in that mindset, and they don't feel like they're losing.
I like the way he positions the 1 year. That's the key to position in the 1 year.
Well, I just like it because if you because they walk in, what's a $65 to you?
Yeah.
And see, because then they get themselves in that. I'm like, forget that. Just forget you ever saw that. That 65 thing, it's gone. What you're paying for is right now you're paying $79.99 for 50 share 1500, and we're paying $150 for 2 lines. Or $149. Actually, you add a penny more than that, and you get unlimited everything. So also, and they're like, oh, really? I'm like, also, you can go over here. I can give you this, only for $12. So they're looking at the 15, at the 27. They're like, what about that? Well, you get $15 off on that. But I never tell them the price of the phone, ever, because once you tell them the price of the phone is lower than $200, they're gonna automatically lower their price. Just like you ever had people come in here, like they go to buy a phone, and you say, well, you can buy this. I don't have the money for it. They do, but they're set on that, and they don't want you to know they have any money. So once you say $50, then they're like, oh, well, I only have $50. I just was looking.
Gotcha. So you position this $12 for the phone, and then with $200, I can get you this.
It's just like gambling. You come in with $100, you think that money's gone. You come in with $100 mindset, that money's gone. So when that money's gone and you find out you have $50 extra, you didn't lose $50. You gained $50 because that $100 was already gone. It's all manipulation. You have to work your mind.
What if you say, well, what if I don't want the JBL in the case?
I've actually had people ask me, does this work with getting a Bluetooth? Does this work with getting other things?
Get a sliver.
Then you can honestly say you've done all you could and you've exhausted all options. Because you have to continue, because you can't force anybody to buy stuff, but if you don't position it, then they're not going to buy it for sure. Because you can't guarantee anybody's going to buy something, but if you position it right, and then they say, oh, I don't need that, and you're like, well, are you sure? Because you can get this, and I'm telling you, you're getting it for the price you're already going to pay. If you do it like 3 times and they're still not going to do it, like the guy today, I was like, well, you're getting it for free and all that stuff, and the guy's like, I just don't feel like I want to do it today and everything like that, then honestly there's nothing I can do, but I can know I went in there, gave it to my all, and he didn't sell me, he just didn't want to do it. He didn't sell me, he didn't have the money, I just didn't want to annoy him to the point where he got mad at me.
But if they come back and somebody else calls them, you can get.
Oh no, like if they ask me how much the phone is, I tell them. I don't lie to them. I just don't tell them myself. Unless they ask. Because I mean, if you tell them I can get you this for $200, generally their mindset's not going to be like, okay, so how much for the phone? Until like you get to the register, they're like, okay, so how much for the phone? Then they generally ask. I don't know.
It makes sense.
I don't
though.
manipulate. I don't. I more manipulate them than lie to them in a way.
I know that, but I'm saying if they come to you, and then a week later they say they come to me, and I don't know that this is what you do, and I tell them, hey, you can get this for $54.
They're not going to get mad at me because I didn't say they had to get that stuff. I just said you can get this. They never asked me for the price of the phone.
It's just a walk in the line.
People are right now because they're so used to those 2-year contracts of paying $200-$300 per phone. They haven't really evolved into this new thing that we're doing. They're still ready to pay $200.
So they're kind of confused already coming in.
You're
Today, I'll give an example. Today,
you're just rearranging them.
Today, Mehmet worked with a lady. I've worked with this lady before. He worked with a lady, got a DHRP. And then after they were done, I walked over, started talking to her and stuff. I didn't want to step on Mehmet's toes, and I didn't want to make Mehmet feel like he was look like he was incoherent or didn't know or incompetent to know what he was doing. She walked over with me, and she was talking about getting upgrades in January, and I was like, because I remember looking at her account, and I thought she was EIB eligible. I'm like, let me look at your account again. I looked at her account, and she was EIB eligible. I'm like, okay, so let's upgrade your phone today. She's like, oh, I can't, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, let's upgrade your phone today. She's like, oh, I gotta talk to my husband, and then I'm like, just humor me. Let's just go look at a phone. They're not gonna get mad at you because you're not for okay. No, look at the phone with me. You're asking them. You're asking for their opinion to show them that you care about what they have to think. She comes over, looks at this phone, and she's like I'm like, so this phone for $350. Never say you want this phone. This phone for $350. She's like, yeah, this phone for $350. And I looked at her. I went like this. I'm like, I don't know what he told you or anything like that, but I can get you this phone, any one of those Bluetooths, a case, and probably a JBL all for $350. If they don't even need that stuff, if they don't need a JBL or anything, that's me telling them they can get $100 of accessories for free. Pretty much right there. It doesn't matter what I present. Add up to that is as much as they can get for free. So they're like, okay, I don't have to get that. I can get something else equivalent to that price. So it's not exactly they're thinking about what they get. They're thinking about the money they can use to get whatever they need. I never say they can bill it to their account. Mm-hmm. Like a guy came in, he legitimately asked me, he's like, I don't want one of these. Just one of the Bluetooths for sure, of course. You can choose. It's your choice, man. You're saving money. It's your choice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.